dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her thought bubble we sail through the night, exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies. In her God bubble we'll explore the unknown. A grand adventure like no other we've known.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Yes, this is part 2. And if you want to see all the awesome pictures, and I'll show them to you again. But I was like, oh my gosh, I was just so getting into the music and the pictures and everything, and I didn't add myself to the stage, in the studio. Yeah, I did that. That was me. It was all me. And you're like, oh no, she's probably talking. And then she's so into talking about all these pictures she's showing us. Like this, she's not even seeing our comments. So I'm so sorry, you guys. You were letting me know. And I was all like, blah, blah. It was not meant to be said or heard. And if any of it comes out again, it was meant to be heard. And or said, hey, I'm there. Wait, Jennifer. Oh, can you see me? Not see me. I mean, hear me. Ah. Hey there. Hey, Kaylee. What's going on? Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, and the other one, it was a no on the hearing thing. Sorry about that. It's like I promised you guys sound. It's like, oh, why is everybody showing up? Because you promised them sound, Kelly. Like you were going to talk and they were actually going to hear you. It was like a bonus. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, holy crap. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. So I guess I could just relax and be all like, well, the universe wants me to talk about something else. I wasn't even talking about the topic yet. It's you or a bot. Again, oh my gosh. Holy crap. Yeah, that was all me. That was all me. Oh, holy crap. Okay, let me go to the pictures. I got some kick-ass pictures this time, my opinion. Some pictures. I'm using Canva's AI. Man, through the nose. But still, using their AI. Wait, let's see if I have a background. Yeah, I have a background on there. Here we go. So, oh my gosh. Our soul, whatever that is. Our soul. In whatever capacity. Oh my gosh, Puppy is over there and being whiny already. Should I go ahead and give her sunflower seeds? Should I give you? Hey, do you want some sunflower seeds? Not sunflower seeds. Oh my God, pumpkin seeds. Not some pumpkin seeds. Yeah, let's give you some pumpkin seeds. And maybe you'll be a little bit less whiny for like 5 minutes. Okay. I know, right? There we go. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. this is like, oh my god. I think this is a person putting a lid on something. Good grief. Holy crap. Okay, here we go. All right. This is like a map. So we'll be talking like map, if that's okay. The dev said we can't see your hands. Oh my gosh, kid. Looking at this as we are, if we're going to identify with the illusion, let's identify with this. We're like this star, which is, when I look at it, just a toroidal field. Star, toroidal field. In its pure and innocent stage, where it's like you've got a black hole on the other side, and then you've got like the portal in the middle, and pure white light consciousness coming out. Pure white light consciousness coming out, you guys. Hold on, let me. Yeah, where I stored it. I think it's here. I think I'm in the right place. Yes, I am. Now, when you look at it in the third dimension and whatever's going on, oh, she wants more. I'm sorry. That's all you get a day. I'm so sorry. You've got pure white light consciousness coming out, and now you've got feelings and emotions applied to it when you start to see this stuff going on. It's good news day. I know you guys like good news day. So you create these experiences. See, the original video game was played like an eyeball. So you got the God bubble created this plasma sphere of potential. The sphere of potential. And in that, with the feelings and emotions, with the potential to be anything and everything in all of creation, it was created. Isn't that so cool? And so all these toroidal fields were created, and then whatever they were experiencing, it was created with those underlying tones of feelings and emotions, or frequencies and vibrations. So when you start to see, well, how is this reality structured? These avatars are structured with at least 40, I know there's more, but at least 40 feelings and emotions. You guys. That are like from God types of feelings and emotions. And that's when this is happening at this stage. And like the eyeball stage of creating this iris where we'll find, let's see, the known world, Earth. We'll call that ring Earth. So then that one starts to go out. You have the experience. But then, like any toroidal field that's spinning and shooting out pure white light consciousness, so all of this is going to happen naturally and at one time. It's almost like a multiplying effect. Whatever's going on in there, it's going out in all of those reality bubbles. Isn't this so cool to know? You guys, are you okay, puppy? Are you right? She's playing with one of her toys. So as we have our experience and we're finished with it, it naturally falls away. And since we're experiencing everything, and it's copied in all of these reality bubbles, it's a very feminine type thing to do. A creator of reality. And then, like, to the top right, like the God Bubble logo at the top right, think of that white circle as the eye looking up into the matrix, which has definite sides. We've got 4 sides that are triangles, and the base has 4 sides. It's a square. And that's the shape of the matrix, is a square. So it's as if we are looking through all of this stuff. And on the flat part, which on the top part of planet Earth, the pyramids turn the other direction. So it'd be like the base of the pyramid, although it's upside down. Think of that as a theater screen. You're looking at this on a screen in a theater. Wow. You could get inside of it and go up and down in all the layers. And you could look back and look at one of the triangles and go, oh my gosh, look at what I'm looking at. Oh my goodness. There's 4 triangles. There's 4 different versions. So no matter where you are and looking at, there's going to be 4 different versions of it. No matter where you go, 4 seasons, you're still in the matrix. No matter how much you master but like, congratulations for mastering all that stuff. That's a lot of work, wasn't it? Like doing the Kumbaya push and pull. You did a lot of work. It went up and down with the matrix because that's the capacity, the intelligence level that you possessed. So it's like, let's pat ourselves on the back for picking a highly intelligent avatar. But now we can let go of all of that. And the concept of the mind isn't the mind. Like, oh, we're talking about if we're graduating from whatever. So elementary school, junior high school, college, where we put a hierarchy on the mind. We sort each other into classes as far as the mind. And going out of the 3rd dimension with the mind is not acceptable. Mind control. Mind control. So even if you get out of mind control in this very specific way, getting this diploma, I'm in all of these dimensions. You're still in the concept of the mind, because that's what the matrix is the mind. The mind matrix. That's a whole concept. That's why when you join those relaxation classes that combine relaxation and stretching and things like that with ideas of let go of the mind, allow for your mind to be empty. Let's sort our mind out. Let's put our mind in a file or in a treasure chest. What if, let's look at this from another perspective, let's let go of the concept of the mind. You let go of the matrix immediately. Because the mind can get very focused. Remember that if you can focus on you and just your business, which could be hard for sometimes. If you can do that, you can focus on, oh, I'm hyper focused in the kitchen making dinner. None of the rest of the world exists while I'm sauteing. You're in the matrix. Not just because you're cooking. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. That if you are able to hyper focus on one little aspect, you're not in this mode right here, which is before the matrix. What you're seeing in the picture right there. I hope this comes to you as good news, everything that I'm telling you. Because the solution for everything that I'm talking to you about is letting go and allowing. When you let go and allow, this starts happening. So the pure consciousness is a place where you experience everything at one time. You're still experiencing something, but you're experiencing it at one time. You're in the video game, but you're in the OG video game of what you're doing. Because a toroidal field, that's a great place to be. A star, pure. That's why stars are pure. It's just a toroidal field with no feelings and emotions applied to it. I hope this is connecting you guys with these cool AI pictures that I've been able to make for you. So when we come to the concept of coming to let's pretend for a second that this illusion is real. And we find ourselves in the position of a star, a pure white toroidal field spitting out pure white, like consciousness bubbles. Which is kind of like the eyeball experience that we just saw. And we saw a bunch of colors because feelings and emotions were applied. Now, see how the concept, AI did pretty good in putting this concept out. I was actually visualizing something very similar to this when I typed it in, and I know it didn't do that great a job typing it in. This is perfect because the heart. Okay, let's think about this. In the third dimension, the actual heart muscle. Hold on. Okay, warning. If you're having breakfast, don't look. No looky. Okay, so we've got, oh, crap, I clicked on the wrong thing. Still get the point across, but let me start from the beginning. There we go. This is like the heart and how it's developed. There's connective tissue that this person, when I was listening to the video, I'll fill that in for you, said that with very little effort with their with their fingers, not any instruments or anything like that, or implements, this easily tore apart. Kind of like if you've got a roast and stuff, there are certain areas that are connected, but you can easily pull. I worked in a barbecue place at one point, and I'll stop talking about that anyway. So they were just talking about how easily it comes apart, and when it does, this is what happens. It's the real thing. For entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything I say. Go do your own research. The heart. And again, this is what this person with just what's in their hand, which is their thumbs and a glove, that they're easily separating. The heart's coming apart. So it is, comes together with that connective tissue and everything. Fascia is becoming all the rage these days, isn't it? Like repairing fascia and so forth, and having good fascia, because isn't that like what the electricity like travels through in your body? I mean, am I off base with that? You guys help me out with what you've learned from fascia recently. That's blowing my mind in importance. Is it important to you? Is it not? As I show you these pictures and I drink my coffee. Now, when you start to look at this and it's untwisted, it's a toroidal. It's what you see a toroidal field it creates. See, it's all twisted around from here. Again, you guys that are eating, don't look yet. I'll tell you when it's okay to look if you care to look or not look. So again, look at that, how everything is twisted and wrapped to create a toroidal field, a spin with the blood that's going through your body. That creates this creation. Do your own research and what's going on with the heart and everything. Everything that I've found that's like a good conductor of electricity, let's say. Salt water, saline, or what's in your body anyway, is the best conductor, the best non-ferrous conductor of electricity that I've researched and found. If you know something different, please let me know. So if we're looking at electricity and how all this stuff works, and you've got electricity running the heart, which is spinning the blood, and when it spins the blood, it's you go do your own research with the big fancy words and all. It gets really exciting when it starts talking about all of the little details of what happens to the blood when it spins going through your heart and how it helps it. Like, wow. I was just like, whoa, that's so cool. How would you just leave the body alone and allow it to do its thing it maintains itself through the continual spinning, because this whole reality I see is based on vortexes and spheres. So it makes sense that the heart of a human would be shaped like this. But then you've got oh, there it goes. You've got a toroidal field or torus that's spinning and creating realities. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it goes. Sorry about that. So when you think of how reality is created, check this out. And oh, oh, oh no. I don't know if it's my internet, but it doesn't look like I have a good connection. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yeah, everything is like clicking slowly at this point. Should I like leave and come back? Because this is good shit. Like I'm about to show you guys something that's like fucking awesome. And it, everything is okay. Let me leave and come back. If it will let me. Hold on. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. Like everything just stopped working from my end, so I just left. And then I've been attempting to get back in the whole time. So things freed up and I'm back in here. Oh my gosh, recently I've heard of electromagnetism. Sounds like what you're discussing currently. I agree. I don't know what that's saying. Oh, that there's a certain amount of electricity that operates us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where I found that out about the electricity thing was like when I can't remember, I was like 3 or 4 years old, so, something like that. And I was gonna go have a heart cath done. And they said that they were going to, like sedate me or whatever. I'm like, I don't trust any of you guys. You are not gonna put me to sleep at all. Like, I don't trust you. So I went in there. I was the first person to do one of those procedures awake, actually. And these were the top, like doctors in the world in that aspect. So while I was getting the procedure done, they were doing the procedure, and I was asking lots of questions. They were answering questions. So I forgot what they were talking about. I asked a question, like maybe like how can you see the heartbeat and stuff like that. Um, and they talked about how electricity runs the heart. That's what keeps it beating is electricity. So when I was a little girl, that's when I learned of that concept of electricity driving the heart. And then I guess the rest of the body. So this electricity, when I start to look at electricity, and enough to know not to ever touch it in the third dimension. No, but looking at what is the pathway that electricity takes. What is the pathway that electricity takes? Have you guys seen that electricity art? I know it's probably not the official name for it, but where you've got like wood and somebody gets like electricity and burns it into the wood and creates these art pieces with it. You can see it out in nature as well. But you've got these pathways that electricity takes. Very root like, isn't it? In nature. So if we're looking at what's going on with us as being electric, I'm sorry, we're a little bit off base from the map I was about to show you of you being a star. This is cool. This is cool and important. So does that make sense? That let's pretend for a moment, from looking from that perspective, if it is a possibility, that electricity rules the body, starting with the heart. Look at the nervous system. Look at the system of like blood vessels and so forth. The endocrine system. There's all these different types of systems that run throughout the body. Does it take on the shape of electricity? Like this one looks like it does. From my research, to your own, don't believe anything I say. But to me, I saw a bunch of like local, they're really big here at the arts and stuff. Like people expressing themselves artistically. I think that's so cool. So it's a small town that I'm in. And but it's a huge draw for people wanting to vacation and so forth. So there's a lot of artists here. And so some of them, not a big number, but they put out enough pieces that I got to see all of this electricity art in all shapes and sizes. And the guy had pictures there of how he did it all. And then he came in one time and did a demonstration and showed how the electricity travels. So that, to me, that's what this looks like, is that same pathway that artist showed up on wood when you introduce electricity on wood, and I can't remember all because I was never going to do it because it's electricity and fuck that shit. I didn't pay attention to all the little details because I wasn't going to do it. Uh, isn't that cool to know that we've got a toroidal field going on in the chest area, in the heart area? And remember when I was seeing that we were creating this bubble around us from the chest area, and you guys were like, hey, Drumflow talks about that. And so I went over and listened to Drumflow about that, and he sees that there are two vortices, not just one, in the chest area. Beyond this, now when I look at it, they're going in two different directions. I don't see it portrayed on this as I see it on people. So there's one. Where's the one with the people on it? Hold on, you guys. We found the people one. Is this it? Okay, that's not it. Ah, damn it, fuck. Is this it? That's not it. Oh, see how when you start looking at these electron microscope, kind of stuff, on the top right, black dot, white dot. Now do you understand? That's a toroidal field. Is that cool? Is that cool? That just unlocked everything for you, didn't it? I can't find the picture I'm looking for. You guys, hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, is this it? No, I was just looking at that one. Crap. Oh my gosh, right in front of my face. So this is what I'm seeing. That you've got to. Oh my gosh, this makes sense. One is bigger than the other one, but I see them going in opposite directions. Okay, so you've got this overall dome that's going on. This is going to make sense when we start looking at the sun. You guys, I hope this connects with you. That's why I show you pictures. So your avatar and everything, think of this avatar putting its arms out and extending its arms. Like it's never going to reach the edge, so you're never going to know it's not real. Does that make sense? Everything's always going to be filled in for you because you're in the middle of this. You're projecting it for the heart area, so your heart is very important. The heart is where everything flows from. Yeah, that's so cool to know. And that's where sadness and grief in that area. That's where we hold the sadness and grief. So when we're healed, like all kinds of cool stuff starts happening when you're healed. Isn't that cool to know? Now I see the secondary and can be third and dairy and fourth and dairy, fifth and dairy. I don't think those are even words, you guys. So this is how I see this going. There's two from the chest area. There's two toroidal fields. One is like this one. If you want to think of this as the eyeball, the iris would be on the top part. Like that would be the pupil of the eye coming out of the head of the avatar coming up. So when everybody's in push-pull matrixy type of kumbaya, new age, whatever, it's like, oh, look, you're opening up your crown chakra. That's where all that crown chakra stuff and all that comes from. It's just this energy field around you is flowing properly, and the avatar is being created properly in order to have this experience. That's all that is. And we make it out to be so much more. But this is what I see, and this is what it appears to be tying us into this reality. Is that secondary? And again, I don't see it like this picture, and I'm not saying it is fear, but we'll say it's fear-based. It's Saturn. The Saturn tie into what I'm about to show you in a minute is going to be so important after I show you all of this drama in the map of your avatar. Okay, so take this one on the left just as an example, and I'm not saying it is fear. Now take that and turn it on its side to where it's going in a different direction, okay? And put it in the same place as the avatar. and it's going, let's say, from front to back instead of up and down, front to back. You know, I don't know about that, Kelly. Well, look at this. What is that? That's kind of a front to back. It's all over the damn place. Oh, shit. So there is a front to back toroidal field in the same place as the big ass one, like over here, the big ass one. See where, well, I don't know. I have a nice autistic butt. So my big ass would fit in that big ass bubble. The fuck is that? So we're taking a toroidal field that when I see things naturally, the toroidal field kind of goes this way, creating everything, right? So we come in there with another system and we go front to back in an up and down system. I mean, this is drama in the Matrix, you guys, but this is how it's working. And then where do we spend our time? Instead of letting go of everything and finding ourselves in that top right place, like, oh, it feels better. No, it's like, Kumbaya, let's strum my chakras. Kumbaya, hail Saturn. Oh, hail Saturn. Doo-doo, it's the age of Saturn, does whatever the fuck it wants. The age of Saturn fucking us up. Oh, Saturn, you gave me toroidal field diarrhea. That's okay. We'll move on. We'll move on. Anyway, so the fuck. So this is where we spend all our new age time. This new age. I'm strumming my chakras, strumming my chakras, strumming my chakras. Ooh. Okay. Oh, good, Frederick. Thank you for the feedback. I was hoping this made sense because I'm giving you a map, and hopefully, while you're laughing, as hopefully you are laughing, while you're looking at the map of what's going on, it's going to be easier to let go of this shit. This is Saturn shit. And it's cool if you went to strum in your chakras. Like, yay! Look what you mastered. You mastered enslaving yourself. Look at that prison system right there. Prism system. A prism system. Is it good to know? Today is good news day, you guys. All day long, it's good news day. Because fuck the rest of that shit. Okay, so do you like the electricity thing, the toroidal field thing? Again, with what I was showing you, I hope I was putting a map together. Again, not trying to make a point, but looking through my pictures because they're so tiny, I can't see them. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, just kind of reconfirming. Yeah, reconfirming the stuff we were looking at. Everything's like a toroidal field and it spins and everything's created that way. So then, like upon death, instead of having like a toroidal field spinning, you've got rings of realities. Ooh. So back to booyah. Okay. So think of you and this is the illusion. This is talking about a video game, you know, as if it does exist. This thing called space. Okay, why are you sitting in the sun and panting at the same time? I mean, you can't just scoot over like probably 8 inches and be out of the sun. And nice and cool. I mean, I'm in the shade and I feel fantastic. You guys, she's like doing it to herself. Oh my gosh. So, so sorry, I got so excited. Okay, the pictures I was just showing you. Look at like boom. So we won't talk about what's in there. Just just pictures. Look at pictures. What do you see when you see that now? Uh-huh. 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 Yes. And so what is this then? That's it. That's the die that you've got an extruder and it goes through this. It's if you're Gen X, Don't let this scare you. These are called emotions, and they have names to them. And some of these that you're not sure about and you experience one day, it's you'll be all right. You'll be all right when you experience them. It's okay not to know what they are when you feel them, especially if they feel really good. Like it just be in that moment. You can figure out what to call it later. So let's not scare the Gen X in the room. Let's not scare you guys away. So before I show you the rest of the map and you doing the star thing and shit, like check this out. This is all the emotions and what's going on with the emotions. What's going on with the emotions is boom. Like, oh, I'm going to control the emotions. And what happens when you control the emotions? You control the outcome because everything is based on emotions and feelings. And because you could be creating Earth or Mars or whatever. Let's say you're in fear and you create Mars. You create everything in Mars in fear. Everything in Earth in fear. Everything in the Pleiades in fear. On Draconia, or is that what it's called? And everything is fearful created there. Isn't that cool? And bonus. Wow, look at that. Ooh, look at desire 125. Does that surprise you that it's below anger and above fear? Because we thought that was something good, but if we sit in the place of desire, I desire these things in the manifesting department. Ooh. Is this so cool that we can let go of this shit? There's so many blocks in the chest area, you guys. This grief. That's the chest area, and it's 75. Fear, that goes in the stomach. Anger, we can have biceps, your lap. Anger goes into different places. So left knee is pride. That's a 175. Look, 250 is neutral. Willingness and acceptance, where the will allow you only to rise to the level of acceptance. So if you find yourself in anger, fear, grief, and so forth, and you partake of the 5-leaf clover, where this is not, is it good or bad? What is my relationship with it? Well, I'm having a hard time bearing this grief. So going up into a place of acceptance is better than where I am. That's where you are. Meet yourself wherever you are. And then it's like, I'd love to get up into that love and joy and peace shit. But my my Colorado cough is keeping me down. So now, is it good or bad? Instead of judging, say, what is my relationship with coughity cough? What's my relationship to the Colorado cough? Am I allowing for love, joy, peace? Am I allowing it? Do I find myself seeking it artificially through, let's say, sugar, chocolate, where we're seeking these feelings that come from those vibrations, right? And some of these, like chocolate, might be all like, oh no, that's not good. What I found was, what I moved to, okay, do what you want, not giving you any medical advice. This stuff is available on the shelves at the grocery store. But I found Carob powder, a good brand, in my opinion, for now. It's a good brand, not owned by, I can't use that word anymore. Fuck. Anyway. So that, oh my gosh, when I'm craving the chocolate, which I feel, and when I look it up for myself, and you look it up for yourself, is just lacking sweetness in my life, bringing the sugar in, lacking sweetness in my life. So it's a temporary feeling of sweetness, euphoria. and then a crash. And then we find ourselves where? Hold on, let me find the banner. The bottom. There it goes. Boop. So when we're in chocolate or sugar mode, is it okay to pick on those right now? Chocolate and sugar. It was right after the holidays. I'm assuming that one or more of those was involved. It's okay. Because where do we find ourselves over the holidays if we were consuming sweetness? Being sweet to ourselves. Artificially. So we don't look at sugar as being good or bad. To me, I look at it as like a symptom that there's parasites in there that are telling you to consume sugar. In my experience, not giving you any advice. But in these places, and look above on this one, and we can put other charts up there. There's more better charts in all of these areas. Where do we find ourselves? I need what? Joy. Let's just go to the top. I need joy. I need love. I need freedom. I need gratitude. Or I want it. Or I have. Oh, I don't have joy, love, freedom, and gratitude. I have, under the bottom, or at least the one I can read. There we go. Guilt, insecurity, depressed. That's what I have because I'm in I have zone. I've got to possess and to have. I've got to work to pay for me to exist. When you're the creator of your reality, so your reality doesn't exist without you. Your universe will always support you doing your thing. It will always do it, you guys. Isn't that cool? Or I am identifying with one of these. I am hope. I am hope. What is hope? It's a future thing, right? That doesn't even exist. Hope does not bring you or keep you in the present moment. This is good news for you guys. You can find these charts on the internet. These are random charts with random people. I didn't make any of these charts. I mean, if I made something, I'll let you know. But these are just off the internet. Check this out. See, we talk to ourselves. And we find where we're in need, want, have, am, or in a state of being. Sorry about the Kindle exposure here. Your body talks to you all the time. Do you listen? You don't have to. You're going to keep talking to yourself. Oh, look, all these numbers. I keep seeing all these numbers. That's you talking to yourself as well. You're always talking to yourself. When are you going to start listening? Oh, me aching elbow. Okay, what's the elbow? What's anything put to the elbow? I don't know if it's on this one. Wait, hold on. Help me find the elbow, you guys. I don't think the elbow's on any of these. Fuck. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Elbows, and then I can't read it. Can anybody read what's on the elbows right there? I'm so sorry. It's so tiny. Crap. At least it's, and I have a huge screen, a 27-inch screen that I'm looking at this one. I can't read it. I'm so sorry. Can you know what? I might be able to get it. Where's my phone? Let me see if I can find it with the phone. And oh no, it's worse. Yeah, the phone made it worse. If you could even read it at all, you can't. No. Okay, so fuck that shit. Elbow, like elbowing your way through life. Life being more difficult. The elbow. Okay, so now that you know how that works. Oh wait, I'm in the right place. Duh. Okay. So you've got you being a star in the form of a toroidal field without anything being created, no feelings, no emotions, no vibration, no frequency, nothing. Nobody strummed the cosmic guitar. You've got pure white light consciousness bubbles coming out. None of them are programmed either. Pure white light consciousness bubbles. The potential that to be anything and everything in all of creation. Wow. That's a godlike. You're creating, if you will, universes and galaxies and so forth. That these bubbles go out, and wherever you find your feelings and your emotions, all those bubbles copy it. In some of these realities, let's say the third dimension, you're creating this reality and it's full of bubbles. Every bubble is a pixel. You never move. It's just the illusion of movement by the sophisticated turning off and on of the pixels. Just like your television, the pixels are flat, but there's a sophisticated way of turning them off and on. So you get this dome over us that is a plasma screen TV. A domed screen on a plasma screen TV. You get tricked into coming into this dome. You get tricked in the first place to being in a larger dome. The idea, the concept of nos confunden. You guys. Or, if you will, a multiverse, an omniverse. Multiverses, lots of universes in one big bubble. The omniverse. So this omniverse being the outside bubble and lots of inside bubbles. You following me so far? I'm sorry I don't have pictures for this. And in all of that, you're still doing the star thing. But you're tricked, if you will, into looking into the matrix and saying, hey, come take on a body. That's where this picture starts. Is you're out there doing your star thing. You're a star. And you've been tricked into creating a body and all of this. The system that's see, if you're hearing me say this, that you've been tricked, it means it's not going to happen again. So don't get scared. This is not about fear. Because everything that I tell you helps this freedom. No, you don't have to free yourself from anything but ideas of you imprisoning yourself. Well, isn't that beautiful? Okay, so this is what happens. So when you've got something on the outside, like the outside the first dome, and then you come inside the larger dome, the bigger bubble, or the omniverse, if you will, you've got a sun. Now, inside of that, you've got the sun, and it's called Ra. When it gets to this form, it's called Ra. Okay. This is not the sun that you see in the sky. That's about 3 miles or so above us. That's not the same sun. There's more than one sun. You've got the sun of the omniverse, or the outer firmament that encapsulates all of the nos confunden small bubbles. There's a sun, and that sun out there governs everything. It tells these reality bubbles what to do. Like growing, if you will. Like growing all these eyeballs. Under the idea of a sun. So we've got kind of a natural thing going on there. We've got this natural thing going on, this raw sun. This raw sun. And then the sun itself turns into like sun, as in like a birth order kind of thing. Like first came father, then came son. Sun just meaning the sun. But it evolved into just raw and an agenda. Okay. So inside of that, in one of the bubbles, Earth, now we've got a secondary sun. Inside of that firmament, our own little eyeball firmament, we've got our own little local sun and moon. But it's not raw. or what they're calling Ra, the son of the larger dome that's outside of all of these smaller domed things, like Mars is in a dome, Jupiter, Saturn's in a dome. Everything is in their individual dome. Okay? And in our individual dome, the sun of man, Ra, the son of God, like God creating something and putting a sun in there. And then all the smaller little eyeballs, they can govern themselves. Governance comes from within. You have all the experiences within. So you've got a sun, an sun, that governs. So when I look at this, you've got this Jesus type concept that is the Son of God idea, but we've got a son of man. Man, not woman. Man, a son of man. God, a woman, creates a beautiful thing. And then it gets turned into like a male, like God. Now, Jesus is more like Horus. Ra, it being the right eye, is the eye of Ra and the eye of Horus. So here's got your eye of Horus right here. And what are these souls? When I look at the souls, they're a piece of technology that govern this experience. So you can play human. And it accumulates experiences. So then here comes a worship of the sun. And even if we're talking about, the Bible Jesus or whatever, Bible Jesus said, don't worship me, I'm just like you. So if Jesus is the sun, well, so are we. So then we start playing this game called Earth Avatar. Oh my God, you guys. And then here comes the drama. Here comes the drama of, okay, I've got this soul. Now we're going to have a drama around the soul, which is just a piece of technology, which is a commodity. It's still just feeding off of our energy. So whether you sell your soul this way or you give your soul away, you're like, hey, you can feed off of me. Hey, Brian. Oh, makes total sense. Saturn comes up a lot and always wondered how it plays a part in the big picture. Yeah, that Saturn is all of your chakras. That's Saturn. It comes in many forms, but that's the right in your face one. So then we start all this drama. See how far and how distant this even is from what's going on, these suns? See how when we get into fear and anger and judgment and criticism, fault, blame, guilt, shame, that it's easy to lose sight that you're just having an experience when we're kept in these states. Man-made. Religion is man-made. But when I research the Bible, and from the perspective of there's a code in the Bible, that code seems to have been written by AI, just saying, on the level of a supercomputer, writing a book with a code in it. Couldn't you just think today, there are some programs sophisticated enough that you can talk into them, tell them exactly what you want, and a book being written with an underlying code in it. And AI can pump that out for you. That's just what we know about today. From the very beginning, AI existed. From the very beginning, everything was scripted. From the very beginning of television and movies, it was all controlled from the beginning. It's not that, oh, now that I see these AI glitches, it's controlled. No, no. As far as I can find, we've had the switching of moms and dads, if you know what I mean. From as far back in black and white, I found the switching of that. So, as far back as I've researched in those areas, again, just my research, you do your own, come to your own conclusions. This is what I found. This is what I found. So, the beauty of this being a star that, if you will, got tricked into looking into a matrix pyramid. It's my version of it. That's what I'm sticking with. It's how I think it happened. How'd you get tricked? You know, they said, oh, there's sushi. We got sushi. You get here, it's like full of parasites. Like, fuck. The fuck is this? No. No. Oh, you guys. It's beautiful. So you, as a star, being captured and playing this video game, creating a body and playing this video game in the chest area. And there are two huge governing forces. And we've got shit like this going on. It's like the rumor is out there that those beyond, they're trying to save us. And in the past, as the rumor goes, in the past, every time they tried to come save us, there's a reset. There's a reset. To me, that sounds like staging like a certain plot line you want to play out in a war or something like that. It's like, we're coming to help you, but they won't let us. Like, fuck you. It said Gen X. Fuck you. So what do you guys think? So then, okay, what goes to our mind? Okay, so if we're in a smaller dome, and in that smaller dome, we've got a sun that's artificial, that's doing all kinds of shenanigans, and we're disconnected from the original sun that grows everything really well. It's like we're in a greenhouse and they've got some really funky lights in here. How do you connect to this sun? This raw, this concept of raw, if that's how you want to refer to it at this point. We can have better words than that. This concept of raw, which comes with some absolutely fantastic abs, by the way. Like, I mean, AI did really well. I'm just saying, like, whoa, I'm gonna remember these pictures. Like, oh hey. It's like, do you ever hit your hat walking through doors? Just asking for a friend. So when we get into something like this, when you're looking at the sun in the sky, and then we turn it into a sun masculine, because again, every time I look at the sun, it things grow, they evolve, they get better, they get bigger. It's full of information, all the information for everything to do its thing. So do we get mad and figuratively, I guess, or envision tunneling through the firmament to get to the main sun so that we get the proper information for this video game that we're playing right now. Did that make sense? This sun of Ra, or sun that is Ra, or associated with Ra. So I propose, do what you want, but I propose the letting go of is what really helps. Letting go of these ideas and these concepts of this Son of God, this local Son of what God? Who knows? Which one? Which one? There's a lot. Which one? Wow. Now, is it good or bad to go outside and spend a lot of time in the sun? Well, I find I don't eat very much when I do that. It feels like I get most everything that's necessary. So here I'm having a local experience, and the sun is helping this avatar to grow and be healthy and stuff like that. And parasites don't stand a chance out on the skin as long as I don't consume toxins or put toxins on my skin. I just go out in the sun and I don't ever burn. And I don't put sunshades on, sunglasses. So my body gets information from the eyes on what to do. It's like, oh, Kelly's out in the sun again. Just make sure she doesn't burn. Okay. Oh, good grief, you guys. I know you're on a break. She's back out in the sun. Yeah, I know. Cool music, though. Yeah, she plays awesome music. But yeah, she's back out in the sun. So let's close the blinds. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that so cool? Now, what if I started worshiping the sun up there and I can't go a day without it, or things are not all right? Then I'm in Jesus land. I'm stuck and entrapped in this place instead of experiencing it in the moment as one of many possibilities. So when we let go of this, we find ourselves in the place, if you want to call it influence, where the Son of Ra is influencing us. Isn't that beautiful? Does this make sense? I hope it does. An app on our phone. I know, right? So now, if we were in a mode of I worship the sun, the local sun. I worship the local sun. And now that I'm aware that there is a larger sun in the larger dome or the larger sphere, that there's another governing sun, if you will. It's still a limitation. It's an experience. Every experience you have is a limitation in this reality, because you're in a place where it's the potential to be anything and everything in all of creation. Puppy, oh my God. And you had to block out all of creation except for this. So every experience that you have is limiting most of all of creation, just so you can have this one little experience. From the God bubble position, you experience everything at one time. So this is just local drama, but in this local drama, we're worshiping the sun. We're worshiping the sun. And others are worshiping the sun. True worship. Like, that's where everything comes from. So again, letting go of this. Letting go of this. And not that we want to get caught up in what Ra's doing, because that's just another level and layer in a system of hierarchy. There's something above Ra. In other words, we're in one bubble inside of this huge body. When we get to this level, instead of a star that could create anything and everything in all of creation, and you're tricked into creating a body, and a body only, with severe limitations, where you start out in a system of control by everything here locally. in the system of control. And then there's trauma, there's blocks, there's programs, there's cords, constant, never ending distraction. And all it is we're just caught in the fear. And then fear comes first. Remember that. This is always good to know. It never seems this way, by the way. You're like, Kelly, it's not, I don't think so. At the core of all the anger is fear. Once you see what the fear is originally, then healing begins. But if we stick with our anger and, 10 slow, deep breaths, that's great. Let's do it. But 10 slow, deep breaths for the rest of your life isn't going to cut it. Finding out what you're afraid of. Healing. Letting go, allowing healing. You just don't go to that place of anger. Told you it's going to be good news day. So these concepts of souls, these technologies, there's a battle for ownership of these egg-shaped technologies that work in the matrix, that funds the matrix. There's a lot of suffering, a lot of worry, a lot of fret, keeping us stuck. So while we're in a place like this, we see that what can we let go of so that we don't continue this path of fear and anger? What can we let go of? Do we do systems of shadow work? Oh, we look at those terrible things that happened to us in the past. No, it's just a video game. We're letting go of the concept that it even happened because it was a video game. It was just an illusion. Isn't that better than trying to figure out why they hurt you? To be like, oh, I created it to see what it would feel like when that happened. When somebody went behind my back and stabbed me in the back and lied about me. So think of cults. Think of all these groups. They want you at your worst. And when do you come to church? Oh, I'm just at the end of my rope. Save me. Where are you? You're always in need. When you go to church, right? You're in need. Save me. Help me. You're needy. And then we get entrapped in that place of need. I don't work with churches because they never pay you. They want everything donated. So this idea and this concept of a soul and buying and selling it and who owns it. It's okay to have these experiences, but are we getting caught up in these experiences? And then talking about the Son, Jesus, which I see is on like a golden level, which is the level that you're on when you're playing this game. So it makes sense that Jesus said, don't worship me, I'm just like you. And Jesus represents that gold level, which is the sun, which is golden. How you know something's wrong because the sun is white now. It's like, look at me, I'm Jesus. It's Jesus. It's like, look, I brushed my hair today. Oh my gosh, Jesus brushed the hair. Thanks, Jesus, for brushing your hair. So the concept of Jesus being a son, and this concept of a son, again, is like feminine. It's the giver of life. It's got all the instructions on how to live and grow and thrive and multiply and all of that stuff. The son does. And so it's given this masculine concept, man. In other words, it's governing the creator of this reality. The sun is what creates all of this, everything in it. Just like if you're trying to grow a garden, you've got to have a light source, whether it's the sun or grow lamp or something. The source for everything. And so then, I mean, to me, if you like turn the sun into a man, I'm gonna be afraid of it. If these are my concepts of a sun, I'm gonna fear the sun. Holy shit! I'm not gonna go out in the sun and learn anything. What's my relationship with the sun? Oh, well, I just keep getting inventions downloaded. Inventions that would work well in the third dimension. But inventions nonetheless, that's what happens. So then when we get past this phase going, I'm going to let go of the Jesus thing. I'm going to let go of the Jesus thing. Of worshiping Jesus. Again, this is how Jesus is depicted. When Jesus, again, was like, you're just like me. But why is there always a sun behind the head? It's very much. Why isn't it coming from the chest? See how the sun's coming from the head when we've got a star? All this coming from the chest. See, even the puppy agrees. Don't you, puppy? Look. Everything comes from the head. And that's thinking. And that's the mind. In the chest area, that's the state of being. Puppy, are you losing patience? Poor puppy. So then we go to the outer sun, if you will, the son of Ra, or the son of God. Got Ra, whatever Ra is. So do we start worshiping Ra? Do we worship Ra? Do we let Ra guide us and lead us? Do we see Ra for what Ra is? It's the sun in one of the layers. And is it Ra? Or is it female, feminine, the sun? The moon recycles. The moon recycles. So if you want to think of it this way, if we're able to let go of all the Jesus stuff and the sun here, and these bodies no longer body in the third dimension, are you following where I'm going with that? You're no longer bound by the firmament of the tiny earth firmament. This awareness, if you will go into the larger bubble where the Ra sun is. Oh my gosh, I'm just seeing that just now. I've never seen that before. I was like remote viewing while I was talking to you guys, and I'm seeing that when these bodies go away, this is a wonderful chance to like not get caught up in any of this Saturn recycling. Because Saturn wants you recycle. Look at all that drama, the colorful drama all up and down, like playing the chakra game. Like, fuck. That's bullshit. It makes for a lot of drama and the soul. But the soul is what keeps you trapped in the Earth Dome. Those souls are local to this thing. That's why they want you to think they're so valuable. Oh, no, we'll go buying it, selling it, flinging it all over town. Don't go around like a morals of an alley cat. That thing. It's a commodity that can only be bought and traded in here, and it's an exploitation of this experience that we're having. Being drained of energy into these things. We just let go of them, and we find ourselves more in a state of being, oh my gosh. And that's more of okay, I don't know all the fancy words, you guys, for those that govern reality, but you're like, you guys, oh my gosh, the ones that find me. You govern this reality. And you came here deep down in the reality into all of the details to be all like, oh, I'm going to be a better governor, if you will. Still governing in a limiting force. But, you'll be fair and just, and you'll see things more as they are instead of through the eyes of being unhealed. Because if you're unhealed in Avatar Kelly, you're going to be unhealed in the higher self. You're going to be healed in the 724,000th dimension. you're going to be unhealed. Isn't that the beauty of it? That you could do healing in every dimension and everything in existence here in these bodies. That's possible. Isn't that good to know? Isn't that empowering to know that? Like today, every day is Good News Day. I declare it. It says me. It says who, Kelly? It says me. Fuck you. Fuck this shit. Am I going to have any day that's not fucking Good News Day? Fuck that. That's a wasted day. Like a day you don't learn something. That's a day that's wasted. It's like, that's what mom always would ask me, did you learn anything? Well, I learned not to do that dumb shit anymore. And I was like, well, not a day wasted. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? A day that you learned something. It's not a wasted day. So isn't this good to know? Like the hierarchy of this experience. So if you find yourself in a push-pull system, like the New Age or something, and they've got you like praying to Ra for Ra to come and strengthen your shield around you and stuff. Oh, by the mighty power of Ra, make my shield invincible to my fucking idiot neighbors. This is bullshit. Come help me, Ra. Or, in any of that it's like, oh, Ra's that outer sun. But there's something outside of that that's higher than Ra. So I'm just caught up in the hierarchy of being the one with the biggest muscles doesn't get hurt. But there's always someone that comes along that's bigger muscles, or they might not have bigger muscles, but they're faster than you. Right? So we've always got that concept of something is above us. Is why we feel we've got to get muscles. So we're only trying to control that which cannot be controlled. So when we just let go and allow and heal, there's no need to have a shield. And you look at Ra and go, oh, that's a cool sun thing. I remember that experience. That was awesome. Like Ra was the outside sun, had all these tiny little inside suns. And they all like fucked everything up, and Ra got mad. That was so funny when that happened. Except they did that reset. Yeah, it was like that. Everybody's trying to save Earth again, and it was like fuck this shit. Yeah, but that wasn't like Ra, because Ra was out there like okay, I'm doing this overall thing out here, and like all the Jesus people are all like burn the dragons, burn the dragons. Cut down the beanstalks, and all that shit. I don't. That's what happened in my head. In my head, that's what happened, and only in my head. Yoni Callie wants on. Yes, yes. Do you think I could put her outside and we'd be okay? Because I mean, there's nobody. Yeah, watch me put her outside, and the Matrix starts giving me neighbors walking by with their dogs. But then all I have to do is just bring her inside. Hey, you guys, let me take her outside for and all I have to do is just put her out there in the yard, and then I can come right back. So I'm going to mute myself. I'll be right back. Okay, I have her outside. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm going to mute myself one more time. I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. What's that? Now we'll see if everything's okay. Woo! Okay, at least I have something temporarily. So if this is a goodbye, it could be a long goodbye. So I in this, if you're just joining, you might want to start from the beginning because I think I deep dive pretty quick into this thing, showing you a map of how all of this is constructed, where the sons are, what they're typically called, son of God, son of man, and their roles in this. And when you look at these concepts, again, you don't look at it as is the Jesus son good or bad? Is the Ra son good or bad? I encourage you to look at it more like, what is my relationship with the son of Ra or the Ra son and the Jesus son and so forth? What is my relationship with that? And like anything else, if you think something has power over you, you go from the God bubble position and say, well, as in the God bubble position, I created the very first plasma sphere, which is the potential to be anything and everything in all of creation. And from that plasma sphere, I interjected feelings and emotions. These original ones, it's like these seem like some pretty good ones, like joy and happiness and abundance and prosperity and shit, like all kinds of good shit. So it's like, okay, these are going to work for me. And so I'm going to apply those vibrations and frequencies, feelings and emotions to this plasma field, and it creates toroidal fields. When those toroidal fields are created, they're created in your image of God, I guess, with those basic feelings and emotions. So when oops, let me see if I can find them. Here it is. Right. Oh, crap. There we go. So these are like the from God ones. So you got these turtle fields all over the damn place, shooting out white light consciousness everywhere. And every experience you could ever think of as God that you were going to have, you can have with all of these emotions. You see, that's so fucking cool. But when you get to the eyeball stage, all those eyeballs can be all like, oh, this is great. I love the God bubble feelings and emotions. Wee! Or it can be like, fuck this shit. I'm bored with everything always working out. I want to fuck some shit up and see what happens. So you can choose things. I'll be very basic. Fear and anger. Fear and anger, passion. Passion's I love passion. It's original. It's OG, original God. OGB, original God bubble. Mm-hmm. So at that point, you can start choosing your experience. And you can get swayed by looking into a matrix and creating a mind. A mind, this mental construct, where you got dimensions and densities. And densities are quite different than dimensions. Dimensions are mental concepts, ideas. You're in the fifth dimension, not because you're like lighter and see-through, floating around, but you changed your mind. Changed your perspective, you changed your mind. So you go up a level in the mind. You're still in the mind. You're still trapped in the mind. This is the good news, you guys. This is good fucking news. Okay? No matter how high up you can get to the golden level up there at the top. I did that with Photoshop, and that's the closest I could get to gold. Sorry about that. So the golden level, the deity level. Oh, I'm going to boss everybody around in the deity level. That takes a lot of energy to get up there, you guys. That's where you're playing the game anyway. But you have to think you are the avatar and then climb up there to the golden place. That's not sustainable. In this model, it's not sustainable. There's not enough white light, the awareness, to fund that project. So then you get to the white light up there, which a lot of people might attribute it to God. It's awareness. It's the ability to focus on one thing or a few more things. If you, I'm going to raise my awareness. You're just going to be aware of more in the mind. more in the matrix. So all this is good news, you guys. See how you've just been pushing and pulling for no reason, just getting nowhere fast. It is so wonderful to know you. All you just do is let go. Oh, make it sound easy, Kelly. I didn't say it was easy. It's simple, simple, simple. So that thing at the top is attributed to. Oh God, it scared me. That's the door closing. That thing at the top, the black, is source. It's kind of like a copy of plasma, if you will. It creates what's going to be. It creates everything. It's like the software program, potential to be anything, but everything ends up in a square. There's no total field anymore. That's why you have to follow a bunch of rules in here. When you got a total field, you're like, fuck that shit. I'm just not going to create that anymore. You start doing something different, and there it is. Over here, it's like, wait, what are the rules of the square and cube matrix? But wait a minute, I'm in one part of it, in this pyramid. There's 4 versions of this thing. I hope this is helpful. I do. I hope this is helpful. So then we create this eyeball. And then in this eyeball, the experience that we're having is based on our feelings and our emotions. And if it's the ones I just showed you, these are wonderful experiences that you have one right after the other. And you don't cling to them. Because what do we attribute to happiness? It's just relief from suffering. Relief from pain. Relief from all this other stuff. We attributed it to happiness. And it is not happiness. At all. So when we're so addicted to having pain and being relieved from that pain, calling it joy, calling it happiness, and calling it peace, until you find true peace, is letting go of the matrix, letting go of the mind. And the idea of the mind, it doesn't mean stop playing Avatar Kelly. In my case, I'm still playing Avatar Kelly. But I'm playing Avatar Kelly observing now and not pushing and pulling in the mind. And that's what keeps you trapped in the mind, is pushing and pulling. Because you can see with the mind comes the matrix and that white light, which is awareness. And as you can see, that awareness takes up only so much space. So there's only so much that you can be aware of in this matrix at one time when you reach the maximum. Does that make sense? But if you let go of all of these concepts and you find yourself in the God bubble, you can easily see all of the matrix. Where while you're entrapped, you can only be aware, even on a higher awareness level, of so much. Isn't that good to know? You guys, I hope this comes to you as good news. And where you've got some tests to see if you are in the matrix or not. Not that that's good or bad, but then you know where you are while you're doing something. Oh, I'm hyper aware of this avatar. Like what I was doing today, I forgot the world existed while I was working on my project. You're in the matrix. The awareness. If you're like, oh, I was meditating and all of a sudden I understood everything. I was one with everything. Oh, we're letting go and finding ourselves in a place more of consciousness. Consciousness never moves. You can't push or pull consciousness. You can push and pull awareness in the matrix, in the mind matrix. So if you find yourself pushing and pulling white light in the matrix, you might be very powerful. The more powerful you are, the more rest you need, right? Because you find yourself in need, draining yourself because there's only so much awareness. I hope this helps you guys to give you, I guess, the big picture of what's going on, the map. Again, if you're just joining, it would behoove you to start from the beginning. And I give you a really good map of what's going on, where we are. And again, hopefully encouraging you to at least 51% plus in your day. Engage in oh crap, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry. I thought it was going to be like real dramatic there. Oh, there we go. So over 51% of your day, like choose one of these for lack of knowing what to do. Like choose that. Choose that. And when you do it over 51% of the day, that's what you start to get. And then there's your healing process. Now, if you have to push and pull every day to get into this, no, that's not healing. It's again, what is your relationship to this list? This list at all costs. Or I'm going to let go and allow until I get to these places. Not, I'm going to artificially create this because I'm going to remember that time that I was like all excited and in this state of passion and all. I'm going to remember that and get in a bubble and feel that. No, we get in a bubble, and if we don't feel passionate, we let go of everything until we get there. So that beautiful. It's probably the opposite of everything you've ever done. Everything you've ever done. Well, thanks, Brian. So much great info. I'm going to go back and rewatch. Thank you. I said some things. I heard myself saying some things that I never said before because I started remote viewing. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch to see what was said, to see what I said. I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Was this a Sunday? Tomorrow's Monday, so I've got my let's see, my mentorship class tomorrow at 1:00 Mountain Time. I've got tomorrow. But otherwise, you guys, I don't know if any of you did the 10 times a day for 3 days thing. If you want to say what your results are, fantastic. If you didn't do it, don't worry about it. You can start now. Because what is this, Kelly? As I try to speak a bit often, you just do anything and everything different. But 10 times a day for 3 days, that's 30. And a bunch of people out there argue about how many times you do something before it comes like a habit, a lifestyle, and so forth. Stop arguing at 30. Do it 30 times or 45. None of my business. Or 100. It's your life. Do what you want. But 10 times a day for 3 days is 30 times. And man, you're well on the way to this being a lifestyle. Do something different. Whether it's just hug yourself for 2 to 20 minutes. 10 times a day for 3 days. Yeah, go out there and do that. And believe in yourself. Support yourself. Set yourself up for success. Make yourself the center of everything, knowing that when you heal, your world is healed. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantabulous day, and I will see you on the next video.
Roll of dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her thought bubble we soar through the night. Exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies.